Okay.
It's okay.
It's
Do you want me
recording.
looking at you or you or
Whatever.
both?
Maybe like when I ask you a question, you can. It doesn't matter. I'm not that picky. So. Okay, ready, Marco? Okay. Hi guys, cousin Jesse here from Concord Script. This is my good friend. Oh, you have to pronounce your name for me. Vivek Tiwari.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna forget that in 5 minutes, but no,
All
I'm
good.
just kidding. And he wrote this awesome graphic novel about the fifth Beatle, also known as Brian Epstein. He's not really a Beatle, he was the manager, but you know, I noticed there was a quote that said Paul McCartney actually refers to him as the fifth Beatle, so
Right.
hence the title.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Vivek, right?
Vivek.
Vivek.
Rhymes with steak.
Oh,
Okay, easiest way to
awesome.
remember.
Yeah. Well, I'm Jesse, rhymes with messy. Okay.
Messy steak.
Messy steak, there you go.
All right.
See? We're clicking already. Okay, so I've kind of read your bio a little bit, and you're a huge Beatles fan.
I am.
You big fan of Brian Epstein, and you feel like there's not enough info out about him.
Yeah, that's right.
So I get why you wrote the book, but why did you decide to make a graphic novel? Because that's different.
Yeah, so I guess the first and easiest answer to that question is I'm a huge comics fan.
Okay.
I've been reading comics since I was a kid, and I've long wanted to write a graphic novel. So that's kind of the place that I'm coming from. But particular to this story, you know, when I was trying to structure the Brian Epstein story, I decided I wanted to focus on the last 7 years of his life.
Okay.
So, which is the time he spent with the Beatles. So it starts off in 1961 Liverpool, which is very dark, gray, drab, industrial. I saw it as being very black and white.
Okay.
And by the end of the book, it ends in 1967 London, which is the birth of the Summer of Love, it's the dawn of the psychedelic era. You know, it's quite literally a Technicolor dream.
Awesome.
So in my mind, I saw the arc of the Brian Epstein story as mirroring the arc of the movement from black and white to color.
That is a great
So,
explanation.
Yeah, and so like those, when you think in color terms like that, to me the mediums that most powerfully use color to tell stories are graphic novels and film, and that's why those are the two mediums we picked. And we're developing a film as well, but the book has come out first.
Yeah. Segueing into that, actually.
All right.
My next question was going to be, so the movie's coming out soon, and there's not much to talk about it yet, but what are you most excited about? Like, are you excited about, you know, working with a director, or what? Like, what's your...
I mean, so much of the Fifth Beatle has been like a dream come true. You know, last week we were nominated for 2 Eisner Awards, which are the comic industry's highest award. In fact, if any of your audience is a comics industry professional, you may not know that you can vote in the Eisners. So go to voteeisner.com and please vote for the Fifth Beatle. But that's a huge honor for us to be nominated for an Eisner Award. We're nominated for a Lammy, which is for the Lambda Literary Foundation for Best LGBT Graphic Novel, which is also a huge honor. So there's been so much that's exciting, you know, for the book still. And then transitioning over to the film, we have music rights. You know, we got the approval of the Beatles, or of Paul, Ringo, Yoko Ono, and Olivia Harrison have to sign off on the project, which they did via Apple, the Beatles company, and that allowed us to do a deal to get music rights. It's a huge honor. We're the first film in history about the band to have gotten those kind of approvals. So that's a wonderful development for us. Paul McCartney is a huge fan of this book. He wrote us a lovely letter saying that he enjoyed the book and complimenting Andrew on his artwork. So there's just so much that's been exciting, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah. And you asked about the film. The other couple things about the film is we have Peyton Reed is attached to direct. He directed Yes Man, The Breakup, Down with Love, and Bring It On. Bruce Cohen is producing. He won the Academy Award for American Beauty. He was also nominated for Milk and for Silver Linings Playbook. Produced Big Fish for Tim Burton. So we have this amazing A-list team of folks who are working on it. I wrote the screenplay myself.
Oh, nice.
And we're out to actors. We're casting Brian Epstein right now, and we're going to shoot in early 2015.
And you don't have anyone in mind, any actors?
I do have a short list of actors. I can't share it with you. Sorry. I will say though that Brian was 32 when he died, and he was so in the film he ranges from like sort of mid-20s to early 30s, and I will say that we're looking at a number of very fanboy-friendly actors.
Okay.
And I'll let you extrapolate from that who that might include.
Tom Hiddleston. He's not British, I don't think. But...
He is British.
He is?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought he was Australian.
He is British and a fabulous actor.
Well, consider him.
We may already be.
Ooh, yay!
He's amazing.
He is.
Amazing.
Love that guy. Okay, other than that, any other projects you're working on, or is this pretty much your full-time thing?
This is definitely a real labor of love for me, but there are a number of other things I'm working on, or two other things I'm working on, I should say. I'm working with Alanis Morissette, and we are adapting Jagged Little Pill for the stage.
Oh, that's
My background is really producing on Broadway. I was one of the producers of Green Day's American Idiot.
Oh, really?
So we're sort of doing kind of what we did there, but with Jagged Little Pill, although this can be more narrative than that show was. We're talking to writers right now, and I hope that I'll, in about a month, be able to tell you who the writer is, but we have, again, just some amazing writers who are interested. And then the third thing I'm working on is I'm adapting the children's comic series Amelia Rules for film and television, written by Jimmy Galligan, just a wonderful series for kids. And I'm a dad myself. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so I've long wanted to do something in the kids space, so it's exciting for me to be working on a kids project.
Okay.
So those are the main things I'm doing, and I also want to say that, as I mentioned earlier, I love comics, so I'm definitely still writing in comics. I'm going to be writing a short story for Valiant, probably for the Harbinger line, which I'm a huge fan of, so that's very exciting. And I have a number of other graphic novel ideas as well that I can't quite talk about yet, but I'm not leaving comics. I love comics, so it's a great joy to work in the medium.
Can I show some of the books?
Please, yes.
So just real quick so you see some of the artwork.
I'll show you some of my favorite pages.
Yeah, I saw a couple there. Good sketches of the...
Yeah, Andrew Robinson, the artist, did amazing work. He's nominated for an Eisner for Best Painter. So there's this wonderful double-page spread about the birth of Beatlemania. Where is that? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So that's, I think, is really a standout page.
See, look, it looks just like him. Perfect.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And then there's a scene at the end where Brian gives a speech introducing Sgt. Pepper's to the world, and it's done in this very surreal way. It's a riff on, and the words are a riff on Shakespeare's St. Crispian's Day speech, and instead of Band of Brothers, it's Lonely Heart Club's Band of Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was doing this page with Andrew, the artist, I told him, I said, do it as though Salvador Dali was painting an early Star Wars movie poster. And this is what he came back with, which is absolutely gorgeous. So he's done great work. And then we have another artist who's also working on the book named Kyle Baker, who's a very beloved and well-respected cartoonist. So he did these pages, which are sort of paying homage to the old Beatles cartoons of the 1960s.
Right.
So, yeah.
What the hell? Where's Scott?
And C2E2, by the way, it's hectic.
It's crazy times at C2E2. And Kyle, I think, did a really fabulous job sort of capturing the spirit of those old Beatles cartoons, but in this case, it's Brian Epstein, Chaos in the Philippines. So,
like a little insert.
Yeah.
Little comic. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Vivek.
Vivek, I got it.
Jesse
Yay.
rhymes with messy.
Yes, and steak.
Vivek rhymes with steak. Messy steak.
Yes. So once again, we're at C2E2 2014, and this has been awesome.
Thank you, and please, if you're interested in my project, go to fifthbeatle.com, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, we're at Fifth Beatle, and there will be film news coming soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.